Hello everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise and this reading is to look at Elaine Chao's karma. I've already done her husband Mitch, and at the end of that reading I also read on their relationship. So that's there if you want to look in my library, along with I don't know how many countless other karmic readings I've done. I did create a playlist though, and I think they're all in there. I may have missed a couple, but you know, you could always just go to my channel and search through my videos. They don't always pop up in the beginning, but if you use the little search box, I think you'll get to all of them that you want to see. And I still have a whole list of others to do, and I'll do more if you guys let me know who it is you want me to read on, as long as it's somebody that has any position of political power. I'm not going to just read on celebrities though. Okay, so Elaine Chao. So let me focus back into her energy. Cards are all shuffled. I'm using, as usual, this deck here. And I'll probably use the Kipper, but I'm not sure. I might not. Let's see. Okay, so forces in motion in her life. Yeah, okay. Her challenges. And her karma from her past lives, her specific karma for this lifetime. Ooh, okay, well, that's interesting. Let's see, next is what is she destined to experience this lifetime? But it's based on, what a person's destined to experience is always based on their free will that they've exercised in this lifetime, which can oftentimes reverse and turn around karma. But let's see what her karma is basically up to date. Okay, so we've got the moon reverse there. And then now I'm going to do 4 cards here for her professional future. Professionally. Okay. And then I'll do 4 here for her personal future. I like seeing that justice card up there, because that, I think justice is coming down on her actually, or justice will be happening. Okay, so especially with this card here, personally. I'd love to see her making license plates. If that could happen. Wow. Okay, so let me move these out of the way. I think I'm going to have to use some of my chopsticks in order to get the glare off of this one here, which is fine. Oops. Do that. Does that help? No, it needs to come over a little too. Okay, I think that all fits. Yeah, they're kind of crammed together. Sorry about that. Can't really get my camera up any higher without moving some really heavy objects. Okay, whoops, let's make sure this is together here. Okay, all right, so forces in motion. Well, she's not that old. She still has a lot of energy. She's a woman with a plan. She's fiery. I have no idea what sign she's born under. I didn't check about that. But this could be any fire sign. Gary's Leo, Sag. But just on a level of, energy and consciousness coming your way, because those are the forces that are in her life now. All of these, these are very karmic here. So I guess this is a new beginning for her, I suppose, because she's free from her position as, you know, Secretary of Transportation. And goodness knows she abused that position by pushing all types of grants and contracts towards her husband's state of Kentucky. You know, that's why they have all the awesome paved roads that they have for a small state that, you know, probably doesn't bring in that tax revenue. But anyway, so this still, it feels like travel as well for her, I think. Oh my God. You know, because of the relationship reading that I just did on her and Mitch, this could also be like a new love interest. New, although, you know, I mean, she's older, but I don't know if that matters. But she could be looking for something new. Her challenge with the Magician, now in the challenge position, it's like reading it in the negative. So, you know, in the reversed. So with the Magician reversed, there's manipulation, you know, decisions that are hard to make, somebody lying, somebody just, you know, wasting their resources, because this is the card of, you know, you have all the tools you need. She doesn't have any tools anymore, and that's her challenge. She's not in a position of power, even though I think she wants it. So this is probably her looking for a new man, is what I'm thinking. You know, because what does Mitch have to offer her anymore? His body is shot. His karma is terrible. And she doesn't probably care about that, but you know, she's of no real use to him anymore. He's the minority. I don't know what else he has to offer her at this point. But anyway, so past lifetime karma. Well, again, with the manipulation, with the Two of Pentacles reversed, you know, that has a person in that place where they're acting like they're happy, but they're not. And like where they put on a brave face and just go about their business. But really having a hard time coping, because the world is kind of coming down on top of them. And, you know, this is a card also of having a hard time negotiating. It's truly unbalanced, you know, it's like a life that just goes up and up and up and down all over the place. I think she probably had a hard time getting what she wanted or even needed, because the Pentacles are all about resources. But in her last lifetime, she may have been pretty destitute. Even though this isn't the Five of Pentacles, I don't see that her life was that abundant. Because, you know, when the Two of Pentacles is reversed, you're struggling. It's also a card of, you know, financial losses. So I think she came into this lifetime really deciding that she wanted, you know, money at any expense. Because maybe she experienced just not having even the basics. Yeah, wow. It kind of gives me a new little bit of compassion for her. But, you know, I have this other part of me that questions whether or not she's part of a big old, you know, transnational money laundering and you know, slave trading organization with her and her dad and the rest of, you know, the Russian oligarchs, I should say. Not the Russian people. I would never say anything bad about them. Now, with her specific karma in this lifetime, with the Six of Swords reversed, she came in with a karma of not deserving peace, not deserving calm, you know, peaceful life, not deserving for some reason or another because of whatever she did here. You know, it's like being trapped and overwhelmed and very, again, like this card, just very, very unstable. It can also be problems with travel. And then, you know, here's her dad with the, you know, her family is a Chinese, you know, shipping magnate. It's, I mean, they're, yeah, I mean, all over the world. Who knows what goes in those tankers? And they have been busted before for, you know, having loads of cocaine. So this is really interesting here. It looks to me like this lifetime she brought in so much karma, she had a lot to heal. And I don't think she's done it because what she's destined to experience, you know, this could even be, you know, like drowning. This could be in a past lifetime, somebody drowned because of her, or maybe she drowned. But there's karma around that happening. You know, the trying to get away and not being able to, trying to immigrate, not being able to. So she made sure she did it this lifetime. Excuse me. But now what's hanging over her with the moon reversed, well, you know, she's needing to overcome a lot of deep fears. But she's also, I think she also has a lot of secrets. Hold on, I need to cough. It just feels really murky here, like more than murky. It feels like that inability to get out from under the past. You know, I mean, we have the lobster up here hanging down over the emotional body, over the ego fragments, and highly, highly unconscious material that hasn't been filtered through and worked with. So it's like having all of your emotional karma, and I mean, my goodness, it's like water, you know, hanging over her at this point. So by spiritual law, based on her past, she's destined to be deceived. She's destined to be suffering some kind of a loss. I mean, we have financial loss here, but she's going to have to experience some loss. And oftentimes, when the moon's reversed, when we're dealing with, you know, politicians, I've learned that it has to do with crime, like losing something because of a crime you committed. So she's got something coming down on her. I think she might be investigated. And I say that especially because with these 4 cards here, this is her professional future. Well, Justice, Lady Justice is coming after her. And she's not going to have very many options. With the 7 of Cups reversed, that doesn't leave any options. This is a life lesson here. This is the card of karma. You know, Lady Justice, the scales of karma. Are they balanced? Did you heal it? Did you balance out the soul substance? Well, with her, I think not. Because, of course, it's just been all about the money, right? And now, her options are very, very limited. And I think she's confused. I think she wants to have a purpose in life, but now she doesn't. Who is she now? Mitch McConnell's wife? Yuck. And Daddy's daughter? Well, that's scary. You know, thinking about her dad. So, yeah, I feel like, you know, trapped. Like there's a repeat here in her professional future. She was trapped before and she's trapped again. And that's because she hasn't done anything to, you know, to try and heal it. But But yeah, I think she's like missed some opportunities to heal, and that's just the way it is. Now, professionally, this card is about looking for a new job or looking for new ways to make money. And with the Two of Wands reversed, again, few options. You know, the options are narrowed way, way, way down when this card's reversed. And it's also like plans that have gone, you know, in the wrong direction, you know, like, because you can see when it's straight up, you're looking out, you've got the world in your hands, you know, you're solid here and you're reaching forward. Well, when it's reversed, you don't have that. You don't, the plans aren't good that you've made in the past. And now there's even, you know, a lot of fear around what happened in the past. Because there's, you know, this fear of change going on that we have with this card. Now, personally, with the Seven of Pentacles, she's reassessing, you know, what it is that she wants to do with her life personally. She's wondering if everything that she's, you know, done in the past, how's it holding out, you know. There can be a little bit of, you know, like, some type of a harvest, but I feel like this is like reaping what you sow. Reaping what you sow. And with the Eight of Pentacles, she's you know, I mean, this is about work, so personally, I think she's going to be, I mean, sometimes it can have to do with being involved with, you know, the arts and, you know, things like that. Because, I mean, she's a wealthy woman, right? I mean, her mother died. She got a big old inheritance of like 25 million, 24 million, something like that. Of course, Mitch got half of that too because they were married. But unless she had some kind of prenup, we don't really know. You know, that's the thing. If she was smart, she had a prenup, but I don't know how smart she is. Or was. So anyway, but personally, with all of these cards here, I mean, just look at the focus on money. Focus on money. Money. You know, stifled emotions, deception, not going anywhere, and stuffing it all down. She's not happy. And, you know, and if she came from a lifetime where she maybe even didn't have the choice in her past lifetimes, maybe she didn't, maybe it was one of those, all those lifetimes where, you know, different cultures where they didn't get to choose who they married. So she just, you know, this transactional type of business relationship, like, you know, much like Trump and Melanomas or Melania's, whatever you want to call her. You know, I mean, you can kind of have some compassion for them because they maybe were coming from a deep ingrained false belief that they didn't have any other choice. Because here she is again, you know, no choice, not going anywhere, reaping what you sow, having to work and maybe, well, trying to find some work to keep herself busy, I suppose. But with this Ace of Cups reversed, you know, this is a feeling of emptiness. And this is, you know, these four cards are her personal future. So feeling very, very empty. And then with the Hermit reversed, also feeling really lonely, but possibly, you know, it could be lonely and sad, but possibly repeating some mistakes here. Because she's truly lost her way. I mean, this is a major arcana. This is a major gateway. And personally, to have this card as the last card, you know, the Hermit reversed, I mean, she's not on her path. She's lost her way. I don't know that she's going to, you know, is she going to turn it around in this lifetime, you know? Well, she's got her money. No, she's falling on her own swords. She's not going to turn it around. I don't think. No, because she still has a propensity to, give herself away to men. Wow. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to pause this and drop the camera down and use the Kipper, because I want to see her future. I want to know more about that Justice card, like what's going to be coming for her in the future. Will she be investigated? Will she be I mean, I didn't see any cards about her being locked up, but let's see, because if that's going to be the case, the Kipper will show it. Okay, be right back. Hold on. Okay, so this is the Kipper portion to look into Elaine's future, Elaine Chao's future, and especially legally is what I'm concerned about. And I'm using this deck here by Ciro Marchetti. Okay. So, give me a moment while I draw the cards. There she is. She showed up. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. Okay. So we already know from reading on Mitch that she didn't have children, but they had, I guess, 2 daughters and 1 son from Mitch's first wife. But at least one of the daughters has disowned, the parents. It doesn't have anything to do with, Mitch has disowned Mitch. Okay, but anyway, what we have going on here is, for the theme, we have the child. Now, the child can just be a new start. It doesn't have to do with the child, as a person. It's usually, more often than it being a person, we're dealing with a new beginning or just something small. It can also be like maybe she has a new attitude about something, but then it's hanging over this, this card of a health issue, right? Now, Ciro Marchetti put bad health on this card, but traditionally it's just a card of, can be like a resting card. Like if you get this card in a relationship between 2 people, it can just be that they had some downtime in bed. It can be as simple as that. Oh, let me move these up. I have a little more room for closed captioning there. I don't know if that's going to help, but actually, I'll just move them out of frame a little bit, because we can see the numbers if need be. Okay, so, but with her, and based on the surrounding cards, her future looks like I feel like it has a small health issue. I think it's a small or a new health issue that hasn't developed into something, terribly bad yet. This card can also just be retirement. So it's possible that she's retiring from working at all. I don't know. I mean, she's older. She could do that, especially with her finances. But her situation, so there's some connection with somebody. It just doesn't mean anybody's, this is just a card of, people getting together. Her social life, her friends. This can just be her in her connection with anybody in her family and in her, immediate family. So that's her future. That's her future, is to maybe go back to daddy. I mean, I don't see any travel cards here, but then again, we have this card. So with the pathway, that can be something that takes, because this is definitely a travel card, but it can take a very, very long time. So this could be going back to her dad. And maybe this card is speaking to her as the daughter, and her dad is having some bad health. There's that possibility. This is her here. She's the main female. And this is her father. Yes, and he is having health issues. And, this is hers probably, this could be maybe a sister. Maybe her sister. Because she didn't have kids, so this would be her sister. So it could be her and her sister that return home, or maybe her sister's already home. So this kind of sucks, but I'm not seeing any like court issues. I mean, we have the rules and regs here with this guy. This is can be a military person, but it's also just a card of the regulations. Obligations too, right? Because it's hanging over, like, here's the dad, at night's over to the dad. So she's feeling obligated to return home to him, and he's in bad health. That's what's going on. So it may not be, the case yet, but because this is all about her future. So we can see that in the past she's been very tied to her father. And there's, like she's like always daddy's girl. And, and then, there's this connection always with it. Like that's her social life. That's her connection. That's her, she's still very, very, very connected to her family. Now, with this card, this does bring in the element of something happening right now, because this is the present time. So maybe he is ill, present time. But yeah, this is also a card of like your inner, very like deep inner, intimate, kind of soul personality. And here she is tied to daddy, so... yeah. Wow. So even though I always felt like she wore the pants in the family with Mitch, she's still very much, a woman on one level who, puts men above her, but on another level probably gets even with them when she can, in any way she can. So, but anyway, it looks to me like her father's going to have bad health. Maybe even her and her father. It's possible. And there's just some, younger person. If this isn't a younger person that's, very wealthy, like a sister, it could just be, her luxurious life. And we do have the Great Fortune card here. Which brings in, more happiness and success and wealth and, opportunities. So this card does flavor these other cards. So I'm trying to figure out what this is about. Maybe it's just her being responsible. Because the dad's over here. And like I was saying before, like her just feeling obligated to take care of him. So, let me see. Let me use the cards. Draw some more cards and see if maybe... is she just going to hightail it back to China? I mean, do we have... I don't think... well, maybe we do have... the treaty, a type of a treaty with China where, an extradition, where there are extradition laws. Yeah, because this could be her and her father that experience bad health in the future. because this is her immediate experience. But then again, it doesn't have to be that it's like a long-term problem. But let's see. Let me draw some more cards and see what else is coming down the pike for her. That's Mitch. It's her working on something. Now we have the legal card. Oh. Okay. So I'm not sure she's going to be getting away. This is Mitch and what he worked on and what she's worked on. And then here we have an investigation. Here we have at least taxes looked at. Here we have some type of an issue, a dispute, and looking at the work that they did together and what they stole. Wow. Okay, I'm glad to see that. Because this card is like something's missing, and they're wondering why. What's, you know, so this is like some misappropriation of funds. At the very least, it's missing funds based on you know, being very, very irresponsible. But we know that she has pushed money and grants and funding. This could even be from COVID relief. Yeah, she's going to be definitely looked at. I hope Pete Buttigieg is looking into that, because now, you know, he took over her position. So maybe there's documents he can get into that she didn't manage to hide. But this, you know, this message of concern, this is a bit major, you know, like confrontation. This is something disappointing, something like, oh my God, you know, coming her way. So this could be a subpoena. You know, we've got the investigation. So I'm happy to see that. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Because goodness knows she's guilty. There was reporting I read recently in Politico. I think there was an article in Politico and then another one in Vanity Fair where she pushed a $78 million grant towards the state of Kentucky for Mitch. So, you know, for roads, for repaving roads. So there's that. I'll try to remember to link it in the description area of the video. So, but anyway, I'm going to get this uploaded, and that's it. So you guys take good care. Okay, bye.